Alright guys, we just showed up to work. Go see if Mr. Nate's asleep in his truck. Alright, stop. Let's see if he's asleep in his truck. See that? Look at him. He's sleeping there. What are you doing, Junior? Oh, it's hilarious. He's asleep. Yeah, I agree. Alrighty guys, well we still got an issue with this thing. As soon as it warms up, we have better oil pressure now. We changed the cooler, so it has better oil pressure now when you pump it up to like 1600 RPM or 15. But then as soon as you let it idle, it goes back to 10 psi, so 10 pounds of oil pressure. That's not good. So we got an issue with that, but it's 3 o'clock and I started at 6 today, so I am out of here. I guess I will finish this video tomorrow, or I'll just stop it right here. I don't know. Look at Dan over there. He's ready to go home. Look at it. He's ready. But here we go. Still no oil pressure. It's right next to your head. That line. Tell me when you find it.
Brother. Oh, it's right there.
After a good 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would tighten. Did you tighten the second one?
I haven't even got the second one yet.
We'll just tighten the second one and everything,
I like
and
that.
then do the third one last. Yeah, you know how to do it. You got it. You're a man.
FedEx is moving.
Hey, you think that's bad? Wait until you get out here in the sun. You gotta hook this little sucker up right there. That's a pain in the butt. You gotta go in by like freaking quarter turn, and then you gotta move your ratchet. Quarter turn, move your ratchet. Guys, to be fair, I did take this apart, and me and Nate made a deal yesterday. Said I called dibs. No, I said I called dibs, not putting it back in. That ain't my fault. Should called it.
That ain't how that went down at all.
I think Timmy was going to do it, and then he seen how dirty and greasy it was, and then he decided not to. But
Nope,
you can blame him. I don't even want to do this. Huh?
Let me get the guys that I pay very little money to get it done.
Yeah, there you go.
Because they don't have no shit on their plate or something like that.
It's all right, Dan. You can do it. It's all right, buddy. Yeah, that's my baby. Yeah, you whole thing. I'm gonna have to give you a bath. You got grease all over you and everything. You a dirty dog. Yeah, you dirty dog.
Hey, David,
What?
can you please be quiet?
No.
Or
Not.
just like go away for a minute.
Just go away for a minute.
Back of my head hurt.
I'm waiting for Napa to get here so I can finish that truck up. But they are just taking the precious little time.
What you gotta do still?
I gotta put antifreeze, and I gotta put filters on it. And then when I put the antifreeze in it, I gotta get that exhaust. I will drop that, you know, the clamps have that little bolt. Yeah, I dropped that inside of the pan that the antifreeze is in. I don't want to stick my hand in there.
Down the bottom of the
Yep. Pretty much.
good old Devin. Fuck up a wet dream. Good job.
Come on, get all that out.
I'm about to bust you in the balls. It's hot.
There you go. Break it loose and I can press it or push it out. There you go. Look at all that dirt.
Drain holes. Put on the
Clear off all that dirt. Look, there's dirt way back there.
a little good water.
Alright, so kind of spread this side to get it a little wet. We did knock a bunch of it out. Look at all that. All that right there was inside the tires. Nate is nitpicking through all that stuff underneath the cab. Figure out the drain hole, and then we're gonna clean the rest of it out. In my opinion, I think it looks a lot better. And down there is another story.
Oh, yes.
Look at that. All that's underneath that. Disgusting. This side looks pretty good though. Get all them gears and all that stuff until it cakes up too much and ends up breaking something. Never know. Alrighty guys, well, we decided the oil cooler, we replaced the oil cooler on this thing too. I was going to post that part, but it's going to be a little bit too long of a video. Ugh, my nose. So we're just gonna skip that part, and we're taking off the valve cover right now because the oil cooler, it didn't really help. It kind of helped, but not really. It didn't make a big enough difference. When it idles down, it still goes pretty low. And we're gonna go ahead and check the cam bearings. So we're gonna triple check them. Well, actually, we're gonna check the clearance on them. Maybe that's the issue. If not, then we have no idea what to do with this, because literally there ain't no reason this thing should not have oil pressure. Alright, I got all the jakes off, got two of the valve covers. To take this valve cover off right here is, we gotta take the back jake off, because if you don't, this valve cover, or the bottom valve cover, will hit the firewall. So you have to take the back off, take the valve cover off, and then loosen these two, and then take them off. Pretty simple. Who knows? What? Oh, well, now we gotta take the rockers off, then take the cam caps, take the cam out, and then look at both sets of bearings, top and bottom, and check the clearance, and blah, 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 and blah.
Blah.
Yeah.
It's gotta be in the top end here.
Maybe, maybe not. You got Nate over there. Look at it.
But
What's Nate doing in his natural territory?
Take your stack rockers off
Okay.
first.
Sitting there.
Here.
Doing stuff. Alrighty, we are back in this hot little thingamajig. So what I'm gonna do right here is I'm gonna go ahead and take this nut off first, and then I can just run it with the impact with the rest of them. Now we're gonna take the rockers off. Maybe it's the rods that are an issue. I doubt it though, but I mean, I could be wrong. Dad knows more than me and everything, but it's just really hot, and I am really tired. I barely got any sleep last night. Well, the past 2 nights. Because we started this thing where we start at 6, and then we work at the 3. I mean, some people are, you know, like, blah, blah, get up at 4 o'clock, and this, that. But I mean, come on. When you first started that, it was an issue, all right? When you first started it, it was pretty big issue. So this is day number 2 of the 6 o'clock, and it's not going so well. But I'll get used to it eventually. Look at him over there. Yeah, get it, Nate. Alright, we got the first rocker off, and I can't really remember. I have to look at my old video when we put this thing together. I don't remember if we sanded this down, but it lacking oil pressure, I think, might have affected this little rod right here. Look at that. It's scuffed up. Ain't good enough oil. But Then again, I think I sanded that down to where it was smooth, I'm pretty sure. But there's one issue we have found so far, maybe. What is wrong with this? But this right here goes to the back. I mean, all the rollers look good. Yeah, they all look good. All of these caps are still on. You got the exhaust, the intake, injector, exhaust, injector, intake, exhaust, injector, intake. They're all there. Usually sometimes these caps will come off and then, yeah, it won't be such a good day. So I always check for them. Check your rollers, check your rod. And there you go. And sometimes I figured out this when I took apart that Coronado over there. Which I don't know if this is a popular thing. But these injectors right here, apparently the springs break in them. I've never seen that before until I took that Coronado apart. But apparently the injectors will, or the springs for the injectors will break. And yeah. But everything right here looks good so far. I gotta get a freaking 19 for that. Thought it was an 18, but I was wrong. But everything looks good up here. I don't know about the aftermath. I mean, it looks like wool's going everywhere, but like I said, I don't remember if it was from when we put this thing together, I sanded that down, or I think I sanded it down, I'm pretty sure. Well, guys, this right here is the first bearing I've looked at. Honestly, don't even look touched. And I already wiped off the cam. I mean, look at the cam. The cam looks amazing. So we're gonna get that filler gauge stuff, and we're going to test her out real quick and see what specs are on it. Maybe what we're kind of thinking is the bearings ain't bad. It's just they have the wrong bearings in it, you know, because if it's not tight enough, you know, that oil's just going to keep going through. It ain't going to really build pressure. But hopefully, I think Dad said it should be like 1,000. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to get the torque wrench. And I'm going to get the plastic gauge. I'm going to torque down all of the caps and everything. Make sure they are all the thousands. And if they're not all thousands, then we'll replace the bearings. Alrighty guys, I got my filler gauge, or my plastic gauge, so filler gauge. I got my little piece on there. I got it cleaned up, and all you gotta do is throw it on there, like so. Got 2 bolts because throw her on there. And then take this bolt right here and get ready to torque her down. Alright guys, I can already see here. I don't know if you guys remember the last video where we put the bearings in, but this is definitely not a thousandths at all. I torqued them both down. I'm trying to get where you can kind of see it. But I torqued it down, I put the rod on, and I torqued both sides of this cap down. And that is what is on there. Honestly, that's not even close to 1,000ths. So, it's got the wrong bearings in it. That's probably our issue right there. That's exactly our issue. Alright, so there's another thing that could be a possible issue. We took this head off, and off of this old green truck we had. The head was basically brand new. The bearings were good. Now, what I'm thinking is, Dad pointed it out, cam caps. They have to be made to that head, if that makes sense. But you can't split them up. You can't use a different cap off of a different head for that head. They have to be made for that head, if that makes sense. So when we took this head off, it was a mistake. I didn't really know you had to keep the caps with the head until now, really. But I think I used the caps off the old head, the original head that was on this motor, on this head. That might be the issue. If that is the issue, then we need to figure out where the original cam caps are. And if we cannot figure out where they are, we're gonna take this head back off and have it worked to them caps, from what I've heard. But take the cam out. There's 3 bolts. There's 1, 2, and then there's 3. I'll show you right here. There's 3 bolts that this little plate right here, you have to take it off. So you got these 2 and you got that one, and then this cap comes off. It kind of holds that cap. So you got 2 that go onto the head and then 1 onto this cap. It kind of, you know, helps it seal or whatever. And another thing I did not do when we put this head on is I didn't know there was supposed to be an oil ring right here, which, I mean, we took it apart and put it back on, but there was an oil leak on the back of the head. It was running down the head, blah, blah. And it's because I didn't put this oil ring in. But then we took the cap back off and put the oil ring back in, and the oil leak stopped. But if you're putting this back cam cap on, make sure this oil ring right here is on it. All right, just make sure it is on it. So I'm gonna take this cam out, and we're gonna see if these caps are the same. And what you do with that is you take the cam out, you take the bearings out, and you put the cap on it, and you take your finger and you run it. And if it is not flush, then it is the wrong cam caps. There is, you got this plate, and then you got, what, 5 bolts holding this plate on, and then you got 2 bolts that go in between the gear, just like the back of the cam cap. Does the same thing, and then you got 1 big cam bolt, and then that cam slides back, and then you can pick it up and take it out. All right, so how I take that cam bolt out is I have something to hold the accessory drive. I mean, that don't matter. There ain't much pressure there, just enough that, you know, I need to stop it. The dimension turn. The only torque is about 300 pounds of torque. And it is a, what is that, 27 or 1 inch and a 16th. That's what the cam bolt is for this one at least. And I already loosened it, so I'm gonna take it out and pop all them caps off. Actually, no, I'll probably just, yeah, I gotta pop them off anyway. Pop off all them caps, take the cam out, put one of the caps back on, and see if it's flush. Hopefully it is, but who knows. There she is, the old cam bolt. Throw her in here so I don't lose nothing. And put my socket over here. And take this hot shot right here off. Woo! It's getting hot. Put it over here. I'm gonna need the screwdriver so I can pry that cap right there off. Every time I put one of these together, I always Permatex the crap out of the cap on the front and the back, because those are very common for leaking. So, you know, I gotta pry them off. There we go, got all the cam caps. Nate's over there doing something else while he's helping Timmy. So I'm just gonna leave these right here for now, I don't really want to get up and down like 4 times. So do the cam, all you do is slide it back. See how it just slips back. See how it's forward. And there is a Carter pin right here. Let me see if I get it to show you. Well, I'll show you when it comes out, but there's a little pin in there that goes in this gear right here. So you cannot, there's no way you could get it out of time, if that makes sense. This thing's pretty heavy, so I'm gonna lift it up real quick and get her off. All right, guys, I'll tell you what. These look worn. Look at that. These look not so great, every one of them. Yeah, I don't know about it. Maybe it is the bearings. Look at her. Scales really sit. She's worn. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the second bearing out. Slide it out. Alright, so this is the second bearing. I'm only gonna do one of them. And then you got 1 and then 2. It is marked right here, number 2. They're usually numbered. I think 3 of them are numbered. But no, I'm pretty sure they're all numbered. I don't really know. But anyway, they're in order, so it don't matter. And 1, 2. Let's take this sucker out. Slide this bearing out. See, the top looks good because there's no weight on it, really. But the bottom is the one that has weight on it. Let me push this out real quick. Here, slide this up. That bearing, slide it up. Here, use a screwdriver and just tap it. Tap it with the other end. Other end. Plastic end, yeah. Just tap it. No. Tap it right here. And not so hard. There you go. Now you should be able to pull it up. There you go. That's the bottom, the top, bottom, the top, bottom. That's it. Now we're gonna see if it's right. Moment of truth. Got it there. He's in. On the bottom, they don't look too good. Yeah. They just don't. I think they're on the wrong caps too. Alright, so I kind of tightened that down. It's pretty smooth. There ain't really a difference there. So I'm pretty sure it just needs bearings. Because I mean, honestly, this don't look too good in my opinion. I could be wrong, but that looks a little worn to me.
Yeah, she's a little shiny in there.
Guys, I'm just sitting over here and I just got reminded of something. When Timmy came over to the house and done a burnout in this thing, I'm gonna show you guys it. It's kind of cool, and then my phone died before he was gonna pass me, but he freaking shredded it. Look at all that tar on the back of this thing. Or not tar, look at all that rubber. Wasted away. Dude, it's so sticky too, hey. And all that rubber. This thing was pretty sick. I'm gonna show you guys that video. There you go.
Get off here.
Brings me down here, says he's got everything. No tape, no paper.
Yep. And he's in there talking. And
I got to burn up $20 worth of gas, go back to shop and get the paper. Damn, he's dangerous.
Get it. Show it who's daddy.
Ain't even nothing holding on.
Yeah.
Well, there's that.
Is he making you take the cab bolts out?
No. He got a torch. I ain't doing that.
Oh.
That's as fucked up as a soup sandwich.
Tell him that. He needs to get out here and start cutting. We ain't never gonna get this done.
Hey, watch this, watch this. Come on. Get her done. Get it on there. Give us a good grunt in between each pull.
That's it?
Yeah, go ahead. There you go.
It's the grunt. The grunt always works.
You heard it here first, folks. The grunt always works.
Every time.
Hey, we got this one too.
I guarantee you, dude.
Tell if you burn me, that torch is gonna go in your glasses. That sucker's hot. Here, rip it off. Drop it. Feel bad. Right there. Fiberglass truck. Oh man, look at that. That's how man does the crowbar. Yeah, man would use a crowbar to break that bolt right there. He was cutting me off.
Oh God, right in the boot.
Is it a good blade? Looks like it.
Is that one of them changeable blades?
Is that for
or
your
something
knife,
like that?
Tim?
It's like a changeable blade.
Yeah, we could use that. That's sharp too. Thank you. Come on, Nate. Take it out already. What you trying to do?
Smash your finger.
Spash your finger?
Smash.
Spash. Just cut them lines.
Give me something to cut him with, Mr. Bossy.
Hey, you got that knife? That's it.
No, you ain't using my knife.
Come on.
You only cut.
Maryland's. Here.
Ooh, Tim's got the bougie knife.
You know what kind of knife I would use? Box cutter. It's the kind of knife I would use.
I wouldn't trust those steps.
Holy crap, dude. How hard
Dude,
is
I
it
know.
to cut some lines?
Devin,
Hold
One
up
day.
progress, boys. Come on now.
one day, not today. I'll come over there and piss right in your Cheerios.
Why did you pee on my Cheerios? He's gonna pee on my Cheerios.
Take shit.
You sweat in it. God, about to fill it up like milk.
Are you
feel
still
my-
talking?
Dude. It's alright. Yeah, I bet you smell like rat crap right now. That's what he sounds like.
All right, Devin, get off your phone, get to work. Get off your phone, get to work.
Alrighty guys, it came a little rain. I shut this in time so the motor don't have any oil in it. But, you know, I gotta clean these off. Gotta clean those off. I gotta get my tools clean. I definitely need to clean the cam. I need to clean these caps. I need to clean the rockers. I need to clean all of this stuff because, you know, water does not mix with oil. In case you guys didn't know. But I'm gonna put these things all in here and I'm gonna use the forklift, take it over there and clean up with some diesel. Leave it in there until Dad gets some bearings so we can put in this thing and get her done. Here she goes. Look at it. I gotta go really slow because I got a bunch of parts. Hopefully you don't back up into it. Slow as can be. I'm slow gas. Feeling slow as I can be. Yeah, gonna clean her up. She got a little dirty. So we're gonna take her over here and spray some diesel on her. Oh, there she goes.
Come on!
Woo! Pads and tires. Oh, there she went. Oh, that radiator! Oh. There we go. Now I'm gonna take this little sucker right here and roll her over here. I'm telling you guys, I freaking shocked the far out of myself in that thing. I went to plug this up, stuck my finger in there, but it did not feel good at all. I remember doing it as I was a kid when I done that. Woo, did not feel good. probably gonna shock myself again. Ooh, you see that? There we go. Now, flip this thing on, move this cord out of the way. There we go. That's a lot better. Heck, I can even turn this thing sideways. But bam, right next to her. Perfecto. Woo! Yeah, you about jumped over short. Now, see, that right there is saying something. That right there is pretty good. Give her the heat. Alright, you got to spray that time. You're a naughty boy. Get all above. There we go. I would hate to get in this guy's way. Dude, he's about to sling something out here and kill us all.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, bum. My guy's clearing it out though, ain't he? Oh, look at that. That's dangerous. That's very dangerous. My God, they get it done, don't they? Guys, I got everything cleaned up. I got all the water off of it, and it looks good. That rust would have really ate it up. Would have been bad, but I'm just gonna leave it setting right here until tomorrow or whenever Dad gets the bearings or whatever. So that'll be fine. And then I was helping Timmy out here on his little project, but pretty wild. Just cut the frame to do this Pete or whatever. And honestly, it looks pretty weird. Looks awesome. It looks awesome. But we're gonna wait until Dad gets the bearings for that International over there. Finish it up. And then that should fix the problem. That truck looked dumb. But I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Say it.
Yay.
Say it. Come on, do it. Do it. Do it.
Say what?
Say it.
Say what?
Just say it.
It.
Say it.
It.
Say it.
Say what?
Say what?
What?
Just say it.
It.
Nate. Say it. Say it, Nate.